action. I may start every little video that way because that is my new toy that was bought for quite cheap from Temu, because everything's available quite cheap from Temu. Hi, I almost forgot about the video this week. Sorry, there won't be a video next week. I already know that because I'm very busy. Schedule is packed. So I wanted to make sure I got some stuff on camera this week, particularly because I got this Arrow video release of Deadstream. Now, Deadstream is highly recommended. I think I've mentioned it before, particularly when I ordered this German, I think it's German, steelbook some time ago, which was a really nice edition, and for a while the only edition. Well, Arrow have released this. Now, Arrow are back in my good books because I finally received my replacement disc for the cell that works after going back and forth for a couple of months when I received a replacement disc that didn't work. So I'm happy that is resolved, and they still have some releases that I like to pick up. So I'm glad I can still, in reasonably good conscience, shop with them. Deadstream is a great horror comedy that I highly recommend, and I have spoken about it before for about an hour with Dr. AC on the Horror 101 YouTube channel and podcast. So what I will do is I'll put the link for that below. And, well, I mean, I say I'm happy with Arrow, but obviously that's not already arrived. Damaged, but hey, as long as the disc works. I just saw that just now because obviously it was the first time I'd taken it out of the slipcover. Maybe there's a reason for slipcovers sometimes. Anyway, yeah, I'll put a link below for Horror 101, and if you enjoyed Deadstream, I recommend that conversation. It was good round table, as Dr. AC usually does with all of the podcast discussions that he hosts. Wonderful. Please like and subscribe to him too. The other release I picked up this week was American Gigolo. It's a really nice slinky 4K edition. I still can't play 4Ks yet, but I am trying to future-proof some items, and I am going on and on and on to my partner about how we should just get a PS5. I can play some games and I can watch 4Ks on it, and then we'll get the 4K TV and we'll have 4K capability. She keeps saying, you've got a cinema room, keep everything in the cinema room. You've got your PS4 there, correct. You've got your TV there, you can just replace that. Incorrect. As you know, it's a 3D setup. I can't have the 3D setup and then move a 4K screen in front of that just when I want to watch 4Ks. It's ridiculous. We shall see how that goes over the coming weeks and months. I'm pretty sure I'm not getting my way, at least for a while. But when it does happen, I'm ready. American Gigolo is a film I've not seen. I know the kind of iconic opening. I think it's Blondie Colby playing at the start. I know kind of is another one that made Richard Gere quite iconic. He has some iconic roles, and I like Richard Gere now that enough time has passed for me not to just be jealous of him looking quite smug and handsome on screen. So I look forward to checking out American Gigolo at some point. In the meantime, though, a lot of my spare time will be taken up revisiting this box set. So yeah, I've got this box set at the ready. And does that have them all? Does that even have I'm not sure if Carry On Columbus is in there. I'm not sure if people just try to deny that exists now. Goes up to Carry On Emmanuel. Anyway, I have the Christmas specials, which I think I've mentioned before, and I've got a Carry On Companion, which I think I will try and read through. And this has been inspired by the Evolution of Horror podcast that I listen to now. I resisted that pull for some time and then caved in. And what they're doing is a sort of side project where Mike Muncer is his name, and Susan Calman, who's a Scottish comedian that I really enjoy. They are going to be making their way through the entire Carry On series. They are discussing them with regards to the film specifically, but also the various actors and how their roles develop, and how the films were placed and changed by British society and cultural changes throughout the years. I think that will be a really enjoyable and worthwhile listen. So I figured, hey, it's as good a time as any to revisit the films in the series. Some are a lot better than others. Carry On Screaming has never let me down. I think I remembered really enjoying Carry On Cowboy last time I watched it. We've watched one, maybe two for the podcast, and they didn't go down too well with my American co-hosts particularly, but they are kind of a very British institution. I think I'm gonna have some fun with them. If there are any that I've not reviewed for my blog or elsewhere, I will probably do that. So they'll certainly appear on Letterboxd at the very least. And I just thought it's the excuse I needed to work my way through the Carry-Ons. Also, I'm hoping to get through the kind of slick John Grisham thriller movies that were made from, the 90s onward. And that is thanks to The Cinemile, is a really good podcast that I recommend. I'll put all these links below. The Cinemile has one of the co-hosts is Dave and Kathy, a married couple who discuss movies. The original idea was, walking back from the cinema and discussing the movie, hence The Cinemile. It used to be, around about a mile or whatever distance. And it's now developed slightly, but the essence is still Dave and Kathy discussing the movies, which is wonderful. And they have a Patreon as well, as does the Evolution of Horror. And Kathy has been kind of speeding her way through John Grisham thriller books and was in the mood to revisit the movies. And I was in conversation with them and other listeners. I was like, yeah, you know what? This reminds me that I kind of want to revisit them. They feel almost like a comforting sort of step back to, there was a time when every year or two there was a new glossy John Grisham thriller being made, and they would get the big names, they would get decent talent involved and be slick, entertaining products. So I'm going to probably try and get back through those from the start. I think The Firm was the first one, and I go through that. Or I may just follow the Cinemile's lead and watch whatever they've watched, so I can join in with the conversation without having any memories spoiled for me, and get it fresh in my mind. So that is it. Kind of brief this week, but better than nothing. And as I say, there will be no video this week. I know it's been intermittent. Sometimes you get one a week, sometimes it's 2 or 3 weeks gap. I've just been a little calmer on the shopping because, well, I've spent a lot of money with my fundraiser. That will also be below, but that's pointless because nobody tends to see that or donate. So I've put about I don't know, I've had a weekly standing order of my own money that I would adjust if I had extra donations. And most weeks that hasn't been adjusted, but some weeks it has, which has been nice. But I'll put that there. Anyway, the Great North Run is this Sunday. For anyone who does want to donate, it would be greatly appreciated if you want to help me just add more to my target. I'm running in support of Macmillan Cancer Support, and they do a great job, great work, and it means a lot to me to have raised this amount. I'm just over £2,000 right now, and just to raise as much as I can for this, which should be my last great physical torment, because I'd rather be a couch potato for most of my days. That's it. Enjoy your week or two ahead. I shall see what is in my possession in a couple of weeks. Until then, keep calm and carry on.